There lived at one time a wood nymph named Pomona, whose skill in the care of plants and trees has never been equaled. She hardly noticed the rivers and forests, but loved the fields and orchards. These were her passion, her life. She didn't disdain Aphrodite as much as ignore her. She kept aloof from any suitor. There was, however, one suitor, the god of springtime, Vertumnus. He was
in love
with her more than all the rest.
He adored her.
In the manner of the Shire gods, he used to disguise himself, would put on the clothes of a farmhand, he would wear a straw hat and a working man's shirt, and stick hay stalks behind his ears to look like a storybook yodeler.
Howdy.
When that produced nothing, he thought he might hold in his hand a pruner, trying to look like a field hand who tends to the grapes in their arbors. After the complete failure of that, he came with a ladder to seem as though he were bound for some nearby orchard to gather apples. With wigs, costume, and makeup, he once tricked himself out of a soldier romantically returned from foreign wars. Another time, he set himself up as an ordinary fisherman, fishing in her path on the chance she might pass by. He waited from dawn to dusk, passing from boredom to terror and back again.
The point was just to be near her.
Stand there and gaze at her beauty.
And maybe wish her good morning.
Or
good afternoon.
Or
good evening.
Before he plodded on by.
I live for these trivial moments.
One day he put on an old woman's dress and a wig and wandered through the green, green hills until he saw his beloved standing in the lavender.
Lovely, truly lovely, but you, miss, are still lovelier more. Just look at that, would you? And think how the tree and the vine complement each other. Separate, they aren't much, but together they're splendid. There's a lesson in that, my dear, one you might consider. The way you've been keeping to yourself is no good. It's a sad violation of nature, as well as a waste. A lover is what you need, to make you a complete woman. You have many choices, I think, as many as Helen, but there is no one in particular I'd recommend. Vertumnus. I know him well, as I know myself. And I warrant, I guarantee, that his eye is for you alone. Consider that he is young, attractive, healthy, and strong. Your tastes, too, are the same, for he likes trees and gardens almost as much as you. Besides, he's fun and takes on various disguises. It's a game he likes to play. Believe me, you may take my words that I speak as if they were coming from his own mouth.
None of this is working.
Listen, aren't you afraid of offending Aphrodite? Don't you know the story?
What story?
The story of Cinyras, his daughter Myra, and Aphrodite.
No.
And he began to tell her. Part 1, the mistake. There was a girl like you named Myra, and she too ignored Aphrodite. She wouldn't fall in love. There were suitors everywhere, but she was blind to them. Finally, Aphrodite had enough and seized her with passion.
So?
It was passion for her father.
That isn't true.
It is.
You can shut yourself in a room, bolt the door, but love will come through the window. Draw the curtains, lock the casement, but love will see through the walls. Never think that you can be safe.
She struggled hard against his passion.
O gods, I pray you, keep off this wickedness. Make me a daughter to my parents. Even to think what I am thinking is a crime. Or is it a crime? Who would condemn such love as a crime? The animals I've seen will do as they desire. A ram goes to the ewe that he has sired. The birds will make a nest. With those the nest once held, how just in my body and Myra now being so in mine.
Myra,
Father,
why are you crying?
it's nothing, nothing.
Why should a girl like you be sad? There are suitors out at every door every day. Yet you keep refusing them and leaving in the corners of the house. Is there something special you are hiding?
No,
What are you waiting for?
nothing,
None of them please you.
no,
What sort of husband would you like?
one like you.
May you always be such a good, sweet girl.
Midnight came and slept in the palace. To full of many songs, but Mary could not sleep. Tangled in a dream of her father, she tossed all night long, caught between her shame and her desire. Like a tree once wounded by the wisdom's axe, that when its first wait in the way, then other hesitates, and always falls.
Part 2, the solution.
Myra, what are you doing, my child? What are you doing?
Nurse, leave me alone.
What is it? I'll help you, whatever it is. The old are not altogether helpless. Has someone bewitched you? Some may be broken, or you have crossed some god? Still, you may look to appease by sacrifices and prayers, even in the heavens' anger. What else can it be? Your mother and father are well. I know. It is love. It must be love. But I can help you. Whatever it is. Whatever you want. I swear by the gods to help you. Only tell me. Your father will never know.
Go away.
Go away? But why?
Go away or stop it. Stop asking me why I grieve. It's a crime. The thing you're trying to learn. A crime.
It went on, but the old nurse would not give up.
Oh, mother, mother, happy in your husband.
What does your mother have to do with... Oh, child, whisper in my ear and tell me I am wrong.
I swore to help you, and now I must.
Tomorrow your mother leaves for the feast of Ceres. She'll be gone for 9 days. Your father will drink. He will be likely as many man can be to listen to my suggestion. That pretty girl, that pretty girl adores you, loves you, and wants to visit your bedroom. Can she?
She's attractive?
Yes, and young.
How young?
Your daughter's age.
All right then.
There's only one condition. She's very shy, and she's afraid for you to see her.
How charming.
In the small hours of the night, when all was still in the palace, when the moon had fled from the sky and the stars were concealing themselves in a shroud of cloud, she set out for her father's apartment. She stumbled, recognized this as an omen, but nevertheless turned down the hallway. She continued down the corridor, clutching her nurse's arms for support. The hall is apparently endless, but then, too soon, they arrive at the door.
Your girl is here.
Full of her father, the girl slips out of the room, guilty but shameless.
There's nothing to fear or hope for now,
The next night, she returns.
because twice is no worse than once.
And the third night, she's back again.
Let me see you.
No,
I want to see you.
no,
Let me see you.
no!
She escapes into the darkness, out of the room, the house, the city, into the remote and exotic lands, even far as the Arab wilderness.
Oh gods, I pray you, change me, make me something else, transform me entirely. Let me step out of my own heart.
Someone must have heard her prayer, for she did change.
Some say she changed into a tree.
Some say she gave birth to a boy called Aidens.
Others contend that she dissolved into tears. And this was last not a mere expression, some rhetorical turn, a poetic hyperbolic trope, but simply an unadorned terrible truth. She stepped into the shimmering stream and began to dissolve. Her body melted.
She was gone.
This story got Vertumnus nowhere.
Ridiculous wig.
I don't know, I thought,
Take it off and take off that idiot dress.
I'm embarrassed.
Take it off.
When at last the god revealed himself just as he was, much to his surprise, he had no need of words. Little Pomona was happy with what she saw. Unadorned and undisguised, soon enough, the vine was clinging to the tree.